lads, what's the crack?
Episode 80 of the Ramble Pod. By Jesus Christ, I know I'm an absolute fucking scandal. I'm an absolute scandal for being so late with this. Like, Jesus Christ, I've just been up to my diddies in working. Every waking minute has been fucking working. Like Mondays through to Sundays, just having to do extra fucking things for this thing and that thing. And it's like that, you just want to set aside time. And then, to the Patreons who are looking at this right now, I'm after getting myself a sweet ass camera. I'm still not fully sure. I'm trying to get to fucking grips with this. I'm still not fully sure if I'm doing it right, because it's a type of camera that does its own self editing. So it's almost like a 4-camera setup. I talked about getting one of these before, and I think they'll have to launch after getting them in. Well, thank you to the Patreons and, of course, the mighty godfather of podcasts himself, Gordon Rochford. Today is the 27th. It's 27th of February, lads. By Jesus Christ. Yes, the reason why I was so busy too, on top of that, was I had a big ass fucking audition. I don't normally go for auditions and stuff. I did years ago and stuff like that, but Jesus Christ, your heart to be fucking broken from. It'd be fucking broken from. But this one was a live project, shall we say. This was a live mission, in that it was actually worth going after. So fingers crossed we find out in a week, and all will be revealed, which or whether. If I get it or I don't get it, I'll reveal it to you anyway, regardless. But a bit of legwork had to be put into this. It was 3 different characters. You're playing 3 different characters in it, and there had to be a bit of fucking singing and everything. Would you believe? Jesus Christ! I know I talk about not being able to sing, but I can sing a bit. But when I compare, like, it's like anything. Like, I would never say that I'm a footballer or I'm a rugby player, because that's, you know, when you see shit off fucking. Although in fairness, I might have thrown my hand in the hat in the ring last fucking Sunday. Ah, Jesus. I don't know. We're not going to get too far into it. But the news is out that the fucking coronavirus has fucked the Italy game. Fucking bastards. A couple of friends are over in Italy right now. Fuck coronavirus, lads. Listen, is it a big fucking smoke screen? Who knows? Who fucking knows? Is it a big old dirty fucking smoke screen that there's something queer going on somewhere in the world, that our eyes have been drawn with this coronavirus thing? But it does seem to be a real thing, and I can verify it, because only the other day we were over in the Powers Court. I talked about this place before, how it's a lovely spot, but it's just overrun with fucking tourists, like, and they'll just walk up on top of you, because whatever nation they're from, it seems to be okay, because they've got tons of people, and it's just, fuck you, I'm ploughing through all these moments, I'm just walking through every fucking bit of it. I went up there the other day, and this is going to sound very fucking racist. It's where people put the headphones in a bit deeper into their ears. It's not, but there was no Asians at all. And talking with the woman at the counter, like, she was like, yeah, the coronavirus has fucked it. And I mean, it's fucked it for the tourism industry, like, with big money lost in that. But it fucking freed up the fucking lanes. I remember Bill Burr used to do a bit about, you know, a good plague, like, it free up the fucking the freeways, like. And I'm not joking with you. We had an ultimately very pleasant experience without the fucking Asians. Look, I'm all for Asians, but when a lot of them show up at a place, they fill it up. They do, you know, there's just a lot of them, and they fill up a lot of places. So stop at home by us for a while. Great. I mean, you know, you don't want to see the tourism industry fucking being decimated, but just for a couple of weeks, like, it'll all blow over by the summer. You know, I don't know who is killing off. I mean, apparently, like, there's tiny numbers, like, you know, in 1 billion people in China, like 700 people have died. Nice round number, isn't it? I always think that, like, you know, when they go, 1,000 people died. It was never just 1,000 people. I guarantee you it was 1,054 or something. You know, 54 other poor cunts died. Mention them, will you, for fuck's sake? So they rounded it off in the newspaper recently. Just up to 700 people have died. Well, is it fucking 698 now, lads? Because there's 2 people kind of checking themselves right now, going, Am I part of it? So it's a fucking weird one. It's a weird one, but they talk, and of course I'm watching a thing on Netflix right now. I say watching it. 1 episode has taken 3 weeks. That's where I'm at, people. 1 episode has taken 3 weeks to try and even fucking get close to watching it. Just watch a bit here, watch a bit there. I tried to get into Narcos, fucking Mexico. Sure, I'm after watching the same fucking beginning about 7 times. And a lot of it is down, yes, as people will say, what did I do before? What did I do before? I was a busy cunt before I ever had a child. Now I'm I'm spending just less time on the jacks or something. I don't know what it is, but or something, or less time on my phone. I don't know, but herself is gone back to work now, so it's fucking hectic. It's every waking minute. But the thing is, it makes you good at time management. That's the other side. But I'm still getting the gigs in, still getting the work done. Fucking missing up on the podcast is the only thing, like, you know what I mean? And it's because money has to take fucking priority. And I know we've got a couple of Patreons on board and all the rest of them. I try to give those people a fucking extra bit. And this is what I was getting around. I wanted to get around to too, because a couple of Patreons got in contact, and they're more than happy to contribute to the podcast so long as it keeps on coming. But Patreon, you see, is so new on the fucking ground. It's not a fucking great platform for actually playing shit in. And as even said that, like, even uploading to it, like, you upload to anything else, you upload it and it goes up in fucking 5 minutes with a decent connection. You're going to be waiting 20 odd minutes for it to upload to the Patreon site. Now, I do put up stuff early, so I'll be putting up this video early to see what you think and all the rest of it, and I'll put it out to general release and stuff. Because some people just want to watch a video of me sitting in the living room. That's quite literally it. I'm certain the house is moving. The house is moving, lads. We live in a caravan. The configuration of the house is moving. So I will be going to my office is now moving, but it'll be expanded and it'll be a proper fucking studio. I'll get my nice bits. Anybody who's watching right now, one of the bits in the background is the pull up from Caveman. It's just it's there. I didn't put it there on purpose, but when I saw it on the camera, I was like, oh yeah, we'll leave that there because it breaks it up nicely. But I have a couple of very cool posters and stuff. I need to print off some of my show posters. I got a cool poster off Aoife Dooley. I need to say thank you to people who've gotten in contact. Thanks a million. A couple of legends have gotten in fucking contact, and I need to do that properly. I won't do it today, but just sending me long old fucking nice long form stuff and all the rest of it. One chap actually corrected myself and Owen on all our faux pas. He was right on everything. The questions we asked him on Hard Enough Podcast was about fucking wrestling and stuff, and he had them all off. And he was vehement about it. Like, he was like, hey, listen, this is what you're fucking doing. So we will address that. But again, we're all on, and we only talking about his car shit the bed during the week. A bad form from the mechanic. So we're going to double up. We're going to get 2 episodes done next week. So that was the plan, was to get a Hard Enough episode in this week and get it out to you. But these are all growing pains. You see, like I said, when a thing isn't the major contributor to, you gotta take work. And Paddy Power have him fucking flying all over the fucking UK at the minute. So, and I'm up and down the fucking country. Where was I? Since I talked to you last, I think it was in Cork, the mighty city limits. People actually showed up that had listened to me on those conspiracy guys, not on my own podcast. But they wanted photographs because of the conspiracy guys. I've been on conspiracy guys podcast in fucking a year. That'll tell you the power of Gordon Rochford, like. Fuck my podcast, but we'll come to see you because you were on his. Hey, that's fine by me. It was a great night, great crowd up. And you want to see that comedy clubs doing well. Do you know what I mean? Comedy clubs in random places doing fucking well. Not that Cork is a random place, but you want to see this shit because it means people are going out there seeing live entertainment. There is nothing unhealthy about that. You know what I mean? It's good for us. It's good for ye. It's good for fucking everybody. Get out of the fucking house. Go see some shit. Have a couple of drinks. Have a few laughs. I was in Cherry Comedy Club on Monday night. I think I had a double up a gig that night. And I was in, just to talk about random places to be, a new comedy club that's after opening in Wicklow Town. Sweet as a nut. 24 minutes down the road. No traffic at all. No traffic lights. Just straight down the road, down the motorway, down the M11 for me. And I was hosting with Willa White and Stephen Ryan. Stephen Ryan, if you watch the Laughter in the Air episode, he's the big lad from Limerick who does puns and he does kind of one-liners and he does some dark shit, like, and they weren't overly ready. His stuff is genius, but because these people weren't comedy club goers, you know what I mean, and their brains, they were still in we're in a pub mode, so you've got to give them, it won't be the highbrow shit you'll be giving them, and Stephen is very highbrow, that's the thing. So they were a bit, but once they got on board, they were great. It was in a place called the Brass Fox, and it sold out. It was fucking great, packed in the room. and I'd say the majority will be back again next month. It was just fucking mighty to see it. And most of the people talking had never been to live stand-up comedy before, you know, in the club form, rather than just going to see Michael McIntyre for 80 quid in the Three Arena, you know. We were kind of, you know, people are actually fucking breaking themselves up in the comedy club. I was down in Limerick then. I was down there during the week with Danny O'Brien. Fuck me, did it snow. I let him drive. He drove. He goes, I'll drive. I went grand, because the amount of times I've driven to Limerick and it snowed or shit weather or something. And yeah, we hit every fucking bit of it. Sweet as a nut too. He's writing for lovin.ie, which sounds filthy. I don't know why, but it used to be lovin.dublin.ie, and it's essentially it's kind of a food and everything. It's restaurants, but really it's primarily into restaurants and grub now, and he's big into his old vegan food. Even though he's not a vegan, but he's big into his grub, you know, and all the rest of it. So, you know, everything has a fucking omelette on top that you crack open with an avocado, fucking arsehole. Very schwanky stuff, like. So, but it was great, because when we got down there, he says, "Come on, I'll treat you to dinner. All we need to do is do a post about it and all the rest of it." And so we got a combo fucking thing, and I got a free dinner out of it. Great. And got driven down. Had a lovely gig with some lovely, lovely people. Can't fucking complain. Again, I think there's a new club coming to Limerick, alright. I don't know. See, this is where the politics of it all goes over. Because the guy who's running the club in Limerick, I'm matey with him in a club that he runs somewhere else, and I don't know if he's going to be able to have me over to do that one. I'm a mercenary. He was kind of saying, "Oh, Jesus, would people be there?" I said, "I don't give a fuck. I'm a mercenary. I will go wherever the gigs are. I don't have much in the way of political fucking standing on these things. I just need to." I actually wrote some notes, lads. I swear to God. Let me just see, can I? Because like that, I have to start actually writing notes now, because I'm all over the fucking shop. Oh, I did a gig on. Shout out to these lads. They were so fucking positive. I did a gig on Saturday night. I did one of those. I haven't done one in ages, hosting one of those bingo loco things, and it's good crack. It's a piece of piss. It's paint by numbers. You know what I mean? Literally, you just, as a stand-up comedian, honestly, it is the easiest thing. You're just banging out fucking, taking the piss out of the audience. And there was a bit where the two dancers are, you know, there's always two hype people there, and one of them is Maria. She's brilliant. She's gone out with Dan, one of the DJs is there. Maria's brilliant. She's one of the best pun creators and meme creators I've ever seen. Like, I don't know if anybody follows me on Instagram, but I put up this bit. It was just, it fucked with my brain, but it still makes me laugh when I see it. And it's all about this cartoon frog running on. It goes, and it just the text in it is, what if frogs didn't hop? They actually ran on two legs. How terrifying would it be to hear a frog running across the floor at you? And it just showed this frog, and like the sound effect coming off his legs were plap, 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 plap. And I showed this to her one night. We were doing another gig, and it made her fucking howl, right? And out of nowhere, we're there on Saturday night, and they're whatever taking tickets and stuff, and I walk in. She goes, "I got a present for the kid. Myself and Dan were in Munich over Christmas, and I've waited for now to give it to you." And it's of an actual frog that you push along with a stick, and he's got little rubber flaps for fucking feet. And when you push him along, he goes plap, 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 plap. I mean, fucking hell, like, some people are just really thoughtful sound fucking people. She also, in fairness to Maria and a bunch of people from the podcast, hats off, you can still donate if you want, aside from Patreons and any of that shit, or merch. A big gang of merch went. That's who I need to give a shout out to. Fuck, I have your picture saved. Let me come back to it in a second. My wife cut off her hair. 17 inches she chopped off her hair. She thought she'd only be cutting off a foot or whatever off her, but as it turns out, when they measured, she had got 17 inches cut off her hair on Saturday gone. Yeah, it was cool, and her hair looked great. She's never had short hair, like not since she was a baby, and her hair grew beyond the point that it is at now, which is just below her jawline, like, and just, she's had long hair her whole life, and she chopped it off. Essentially, if you're new to the podcast and you haven't heard the other ones, essentially she cut off her hair to donate it to the Little Princess Trust, and the Little Princess Trust essentially make wigs for little princesses who have lost their hair through treatment and all the rest of it. So she sent that off, but the funds she was raising then for doing that, because some people just shave their head and That's it. The shaving of the head is the thing, and there's nothing happens with the fucking stubs of hair. But they raise money, and what she was raising money for, she still is. And I think you can donate up to the middle of next month. I think, was for Friends of St. Luke's Cancer Care, who looked after her mother, and I think you can donate. I put the link in the bio. If you go to idonate.ie, and it's exactly like that, idonate.ie / Natasha O'Mahony, you'll find it. And if you sling $1 or $2 or €1 or $2, brilliant. But a lot of podcast people did, and I'm very fucking grateful. Fair play to you. I think she's gotten close. She wanted to raise $2,000. I think she's gotten to like 1,600-1,700. Try and give her a push, even if for 5 or 6 fucking euros. It's for the St. Luke's crowd. It's a good fucking thing. But we were there that Saturday night at the Bingo Loco. I don't know why. And Maria knew didn't donate. We're on stage, and she's always doing you can just do your own thing, and people just go along with it because they're getting drunk. They're waiting for the music. We're just talking about being environmentally friendly. I don't know why. It was something to do with a dildo or something like that. As you do in front of 350 people. We're having our own convo in front of fucking 350 people about being environmentally friendly. And do you just, how do you dispose? And it was actually in my head, I was trying to have write a bit while doing this. And it was about, ethically sourced dildos. And also, because I'd said, because it gets a silly giggle. It's an ethically sourced dildo. We bought it from St. Vincent de Paul, and we've all had to go off it. But don't worry, we give it a wipe down before we give it away. They give away a dildo as a prize. That's all you need to know. Yes, it is that fucking highbrow. But I think I said something about disposing of it correctly. Do you put it in the green bin or the purple bin? Which bin do you put it in? I says, and she was saying, gotta go in the green bin. I said, she was talking about being environmentally friendly. I said, you're like Captain Planet. She's like, who? I said, oh Christ, you're so fucking young. Does anybody know who Captain Planet is? And I swear to God, now it's mostly women who probably wouldn't have watched Captain Planet back in the day, but one bloke with a beard down the back, he goes, he's our hero. And on that, I wish this was being filmed. Or I wish the whole audience got it, because we're on this guy's wavelength. Because I went, yes, but he's going to take pollution where? And the guy just stood up, down to zero. It was in a really, it sounded like Bon Jovi down the back. It was fucking epic. But sad thing was, it was just between me and that guy in 350 people. But I don't care, because I don't care. I enjoyed it thoroughly. But afterwards, I'm walking off, and I'm like, quite literally, I do what I'm supposed to do, and that's it. Jacket on, last song is playing, jacket on, gone. Leave everybody else do their thing, and that's the union way. Get out of the people's way who are putting stuff back in the truck, who are DJing, who are dancing. I have no more talky stuff to say. I've said goodnight and thanks. On with the jacket, I'm out the gap. And these couple of girls stopped me, alright. They, which does tend to happen when you have a large collective of people looking at you for 2.5 hours. They'd caught that I played a character, Damon Ivor. They wanted photographs. That was cool. I was walking past them, and then these 2 lads jumped out of nowhere, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's Tom." I went, "It is Tom. Yeah, my name has been mentioned quite a few times tonight. Yeah, fire away. What's the crack?" And this will tell you like the power of other people's podcasts. These lads, big podcast listeners. I don't think they even listen to this podcast. Possibly they do right now because they started following me and stuff. But the excitement in these lads, because they knew that I was friends with Colin Geddes and was on his podcast a few times. They're like, "Oh my God, is that Tom?" Like, oh my God, who the fuck ever says that about anybody? But this will tell you the power of it, the power of the man, the power of the northern comedians. That people just look on that by proxy, by osmosis, by whatever the fuck. These lads got excited by seeing me. Hugs and everything all around. It's a lot for a sober man, because people think you're of course going to carry that off stage, that I've been just abusing the life out of everybody. I've got the jacket on, lads. In my head, I've already started the car, and I'm drinking a hot cocoa at home. Did you go off it for Lent? Who's off it for Lent? I'm going to give the jelly. I've been fucking good though. I've been good since Christmas. Of course. I'm going to leave that in. First time, of course, setting up the new camera, filming the whole thing. It was going lovely. First time ever. Probably first time in 5 years that tea has gone down the wrong way, and I can now feel it coming back up my nose. And I'm leaving that in. Because for my own shame and embarrassment, you need to be fucking accountable for these things. And that is just fucking ludicrous. Oh, good Christ. I don't have any adenoids. Adenoids are the things that stop liquid coming back up your nose. I don't have those. They were removed a long time ago through a couple of broken noses and things like that. Yeah, so I can now feel, if you see tea on the fucking camera flowing down my nose, yeah, please don't. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can actually feel tea coming down my nose, lads. Oh, for the love of fuck. Oh, just I was talking about being good. Being good at what, Tom? Not drinking tea, you fucking idiot. So, I've been good since Christmas with the old sugar. Jordan the Panto, I said, you know what, I'm going to try eat some way clean here for the crack. And I don't know, some of my friends go, I'm off this, and I'm off that, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know if that's healthy mentally for me. I think I need a little kiss, a little fucking kiss, with fucking, just a little wine gum. Just a little old fucking wine gum, lads. I think raw dogging something, going straight fucking cold turkey off a thing, which is a strange phrase ever. Going cold turkey off a thing is rough. It's fucking rough. The sun is now blaring in. There will be some logistical fucking movements when it comes to this new setup. I'm just looking at the camera thing because I have it linked to my phone, lads. This thing is fucking class. I'm not joking with you. Yeah, so I'm totally being washed out by the sun right now. But regardless, look, we'll just power on for the last 8 or 9 minutes. But I don't know. Are people still doing it? I see a bunch of people going around with the ash. Hey, and if that's your bag, fucking horse into it. Like, people were making fun of it last night at the comedy club because I was in cut out saying too, but I suppose it feels more natural. I was in the Inter last night in the International Comedy Club, but it was actually the Cellar night, which is the Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I went straight over then to close the Patriots Inn, and it seemed to be the call of the day was talking about ashes on the forehead. They were just kind of slagging it off, but I'm kind of going, hey, if that's your bag, do it, because I mean, because people were kind of, yes, there is to joke about it, but it's joked about every fucking year. And I'm kind of going at comedians going, it's a joke that's done every fucking year, lads. Like somebody wears a fucking hijab sitting in a comedy club and somebody has ashes on their forehead beside him. Who are you going to go after? Both the religious belief fucking based fucking articles on their head. Who are you going to go after? I know. And it's an unspoken thing, but I think just fucking have a go. Like, there's no point in having a go. It's been done to death since I started comedy. Comedians every Ash Wednesday, if you're gigging. And I guarantee you this weekend there'll be people talking about fucking Ash Wednesday and stuff on their forehead and stuff. And like, right, yeah. And I know sometimes, the general public don't care. They want to hear the same thing a lot of the time over, but look it. But I don't know, I think I'm not going off the beer. Even though I haven't had a drink in 2 weeks, I won't tell myself that I'm going off the beer because it's like, well, what the fuck? It's putting a rope around your fucking neck kind of stuff. Just going, just fucking ease into it. That's the thing. Haven't even had time to have a beer, lads. Haven't even had time to have a beer. There's beer in the fucking fridge. Haven't fucking had time for it. But I didn't go off the sweets. I'm going to have to eat fucking peanuts or something on the road because these fucking long drives are rough by yourself when you don't have an old munch. You gotta stock up. I'm fucking an old hand at it now. Don't be buying it in no petrol stations either. It's about 4 times the fucking price of what it's actually worth if it's peanuts or something like that. Get yourself into a good old fucking Lidl or Aldi. Get yourself a nice big half kilo of mixed nuts and about 17 gallons of water because your mouth will be turned inside out. Because you see the thing, I was talking about this the other day. Fucking late 30s now, lads. And the blokes and women that are listening to this right now that are sub that, you're going, fuck it. But I'm telling you now, should start pushing towards the late 30s into the 40s, 50s. You got to keep an eye on shit. I'll never forget it. It was about a year ago. No, it was over. It was down at Christmas. I was down home, and I leave I have a Discovery and I leave it down there because the old man has more time to be driving that fucking thing than I do. Big fucking diesel guzzling fucking yoke. It's not worth it to have it on motorways. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. Oh, I got rid of the X-Trail. I just got the most economical car you could get. I went and bought an Opel Insignia. Yeah, because when I looked at the kilometers I did, even in the time I had that fucking vehicle, oh my Jesus Christ, like nothing to do 1,400 kilometers a week. Nothing, you know. So I remember I was driving the Jeep and I went up to see an old lad that was living up the road, just see how I was keeping. I hadn't seen him in years. He lives up an old Bockety old fucking road. Bockety, that's a word that isn't used enough. Gammy and Bockety isn't used enough. But it was an old bad old fucking boreen. And I was driving up it and what a way I went into a dip and plopped back out again. I just felt this kind of judder of jelly under my arm. It was like a bit of side tit or something. Now I'm not fat. I know that. I'm not fucking in Savage Nick or ripped either. But at the same time, I just for a second went, what the fuck is that? What the fuck? Have I got jiggly fucking diddies? What? So it was like a bit of side jiggle. And I was nearly going to back into that fucking pothole just to see it do it again. And I was fucking super conscious. Not super conscious, but super aware. Driving back down that road. Even when I was up talking with your man, having chats about chainsaws and fucking timber and all the rest of it, because that's what he does for a living. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to fucking talk about that, you know, with an expert? And I drove back down that road and all I could feel was phantom fucking jiggly ditties. And there and then, lads, I fucking said it. We're going to have to cut back. I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast at the time. I probably didn't. I probably fucking repressed that. It's taken me a year to get it out to you. But yeah, jiggly fucking ditties, lads. I'm telling you, you can't be having that shit. The fuck you doing? Get a hold of yourself. Start looking down, you can't see your flute and all the rest of it. Holy Jesus Christ. Where are we for time? Oh, we're doing alright. But yeah, I think I'll give up a specific thing. Like, I can give up chocolate. Chocolate means nothing to me. Jellies, yeah, all day long. But chocolate, I think we'll give the jellies a fucking miss, right? But I'm going to have to substitute it too. Like, you can't just fucking walk away from these situations. I'm going to go mixed nuts, that kind of thing. But I will give the jellies a miss for the 40 days, because who doesn't, you know? It'll be worth it. I'll absolutely dive a coronary when Lent is over. But like I said, I might give the chocolate a miss too. But sure, look, I wouldn't fucking be one for buying chocolate anyway. I don't know what else. I've about a million other things I've written on this fucking list, and I don't have the fucking time to bang them out. Jiggly ditties, lads. That's the fucking thing. If you're getting side diddy where there isn't actually diddy, it'd be one thing it was up the front, but even still, no, not for men. Actually, no, not for men at all. Women, naturally, you're going to jiggle up the front. Side diddy on your like kind of on my ribs. Do you know if that makes any fucking sense? Like almost under my armpit. I said, what the fuck? So no, keep it fucking clean. That way I can, you know, that way you can just fucking keep a fucking control on the thing. And I'll tell you, we had themselves christened the other day, and I fitted into my wedding suit, lads. Yeah, I was going to wear one. I've only a handful of suits anyway, because I'm not really a suit wearing sort of bloke. It's not a requirement of the job. And I said, will I wear? Oh, so let's try on the wedding suit. Boom, fitted into the thing. And I bet you any money, with my fucking fat side tits last year, I wouldn't have fitted into that suit. But I fucking fitted into it 2 Sundays ago. Yeah, I fucking did. The pride in it. But not pride, but it's like, just, yeah, fucking right, motherfucker. Because you got to be fucking hard on yourself. As soon as you start backing yourself, like, because you're just watching, fuck. See the girl the other night wearing a PVC dress, and she was fucking tipping 18 stone. Easy. She was shorter, she was shorter than me. Like, she was maybe 5'4", 5'2". Tipping, like, big old girl. You're all about it. All about the humps. But, but there's health reasons. There's health there too. Like, you ain't putting that on by licking it off a fucking rock. Like, come on. You're not eating too much protein shakes and getting to that size. You gotta fucking look after yourself. Jesus Christ, you're gonna be another. How long do you see yourself living? I'm not saying I'm going to live forever. I'm probably going to die of something stupid. It's corona fucking virus or something. No, that shit isn't getting me. Hard as fucking nails. It's apparently only getting sick and old people. So, it's not getting me. Anyway, we live in the fucking woods here, out in the countryside. Fuck back. Any coronavirus would batten down the hatches. Got a fucking gate. Got a gun. Got plenty of fucking ammo. This could be it. This might be it. And I won't lie. Anybody watching right now, I've got my camo hat on. I've got my hunting fucking hoodie. Lovely cozy hunting hoodie on. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Tell me when, coach. Put me in. Pull the cord. Tell me when the apocalypse fucking... When I hear that big siren go off. Like the fucking purge. That's it. Oh God, how good would that be? Just to flip a switch like a nothing but just fucking spikes come up all around your property. You know, and your neighbours are over for a cup of tea going, oh, so you've been prepping? I fucking have been prepping. Yes, I have. Are you bugging out? No. We're in my bug out right now, and you people are going to be dinner for the next 3 weeks. Get in the fucking pot. Alright? Jesus Christ. Middle of the day, lads, we've already got off the fucking radar. Thank you very much for listening. Do hit subscribe if you haven't. Give it a rating. Give it a rating on Apple. Give it the 5-star rating. Don't mind any does anyone fucking wants. The 5-star rating helps people find it. I will now, because this audition is out of the way and stuff, Ramble Pods will be definitely back on. I have 2 comedians lined up for next week, so we will have Buckshots back on again. Like I was saying, I was planning on going purely over to the whatchamacallit Patreon for the Ramble Pods for the minute. But in speaking, a few have gotten in contact, like the likes of Adrian and stuff have gotten in contact and said, listen, when it doesn't show up on my app that I listen through, fucking Patreon's a mare to listen through. I don't know what to do, because I want to give the Patreon something special. So all I can do is give early release of things. So we're filming this now. You'll get the early release of that, just to say thank you. If you do want to contribute to the podcast once off or on a monthly basis, most of the gang that are there are on a monthly basis. Throw out whatever you can afford. If it's a $3, $4, if you appreciate this and you're like, fuck it, you know what, that gave me a bit of fucking entertainment, I'd pay for that. If you'd buy a fella a coffee, I think is what they normally say. If you would buy me a coffee, then there you go. Don't buy me a coffee. Throw it at the podcast. I will. So we're back on track. Hopefully we will sort him out with a car. I shouldn't be laughing. But it is ironic that we talked about how great the fucking car was that he got last week, and the thing fucked him over. So we'll be back on track. We're going to get 2 Hard Enough podcasts recorded next week, so we'll make sure that we're back on track. Have a look at that if you haven't. Hard Enough podcast. You'll find it on Instagram. We started a new page for it, just so you can click through to the fucking, because you got to be on Instagram. So you can just click through to the bio. But have a fucking gander at it anyway. I'll put it in the show notes. Also, go on away and enjoy yourself. Yes, hold on. I will give a shout out to. Let me just have a look. See here. I won't, because now I'm a fucking asshole that who can't find out what the. Can I do this without making it too fucking weird? Have we gone too long? Let me just see. Sun blaring in the window. How are you lads? What's the crack?